There we go. See if I can get this to share. Hi guys, I'm about to do Leo. Hold on one second. I've got to click through something. Hold on. All right. How do I find myself? I'm glad to see you too. I've got to share something from my page and I don't know how to do it. I mean, I can see yesterday's live, but I can't see today's live. Weekly tarot reading. One question tarot readings. I don't know how to share this. All right, here it is. Okay, hold on. I got to share it to iWitches. Copy link. There we go. Nope, it's not letting me. Just wasting so much time. Share to a group. I did it. Finally. All right. Let's see how this goes. All right, now I can get off of that. Okay, so welcome to Karma on Deck. Thank you for your patience. This is your weekly tarot reading for the sign of Leo. Let's jump in here and take a look and see what your video or what your energy looks like for this week. Woo! I can't believe we're already in the middle of like a week into December already, 2 weeks to Christmas. Yeah, well, you know, witches and tech never really goes well, and it's just can never be all streamlined. I wish it was, but it's not. And I'm tech-tarded, and that's a word. So here we go. All right. So the first thing that comes up for you, dear Leo, is there's a lot of things that are coming up for you that is keeping you on your toes. You have the Seven of Wands. This is a little bit of overwhelm. You've got like the batting cage, right? One thing after another, and it's okay. I don't feel like you're going to lose it, but you are a little bit overcommitted. We've got the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is our card for feeling overcommitted. This is having the 2 jobs, having kids, having, you know, family visiting or travel to do, and just feeling kind of as if you're not sure which direction to go next. I do see a lot of opportunity and crossroads coming up for you, indicated by the Fool card. Now, the Fool talks about crossroads and opportunity. It doesn't mean you're about to make a mistake. It just means that there is decisions to be made, right? And so there is expectations for you to like pivot. These are our pivot points. I want you to look at the Fool card as kind of like the Ace of Pentacle, or I'm sorry, one of the aces. Our aces are a trump card, right? And so is the Fool. Actually, in just a little bit of trivia, in ancient Egypt and ancient Sumeria, tarot was originally brought to us as only the 22 major arcana. They weren't all of the divination and divinatory 78. There was only the 22. But it was all pivotal and surrounding around the Fool card, the Fool representing the choice, right? So there's choices to be made, and it's never easy to make a change. It's never easy to pivot. We always feel like a small child or a little kid when we have to make these decisions, because what's true is the pillars in which we used to make decisions really aren't useful. The, you know, looking good, lose weight, have a job, have a pension, get married, like all of these status symbols really weren't useful to us. They aren't telling us what is what makes us happy. It doesn't tell us how to live without anxiety and without fear, and to make good and positive choices. It just teaches us a standard to hold ourselves to, how much weight we've lost, how much money we've made, etc. But the Fool card here is about crossroads. It's about decisions and what's next. I feel as if Leo is really just wanting balance in their life right now. You have a little bit of dichotomy in your cards. You have the Devil card next to the Six of Cups. You've got the Three of Wands next to the Six of Coins. You've got the Moon card and the Empress. A lot of these are emotional cards. The Moon is about fear, and it's also a little bit about having a point in your life where you're examining where you're coming from and where you're going. If you look here, she's looking back on where she's been, and she's looking at where she's at, and she's thinking about where she's going. The Moon card also talks to us a little bit about secrets. And with the Empress in play, with, where'd it go? The Fool card. This represents leadership, right? So the Fool card is that crossroads and decision, and the Empress is about leadership, and it's a nurturing leadership and about protection, protecting yourself, protecting others. The Page of Cups talks to us about new relationships and new beginnings. Some of the big changes that are coming to you right now with the Death card in the reading tells us these are long-lasting, permanent change. I do feel as if Leo, rarely who likes to be quiet, is spending a little time in self-reflection right now. Look at this. We have the Temperance card and the Hermit. There is a little bit of feeling exposed, like Gloria is talking about, the Three of Wands feeling exposed. There's gossip. There's feeling as if you're on the hot seat, right? You're feeling as if other people are watching all these steps that these missteps and choices that you're making. It feels like you have an audience for everything that's going on. Gloria's saying, yep. So this Hermit card is you taking a step back and pulling yourself from the public view, doing some personal introspection, personal reflection. You're looking inward, trying to see where the balance is. But with the Three of Wands, I mean, it's kind of hard to be objective when you're looking at yourself in the mirror. Don't be so hard on yourself that you are so caught up in what things might look like that you're afraid to take a step. And you've been lied to. You do have the Devil card in here. So how do you move forward and be vulnerable again when you've been lied to, when you have actually been traumatized or been lied to? It takes courage. I think having courage is one of the best qualities to have. Bravery and courage, right? I just posted something recently. I said, you can't call me out on my shit because I call myself out on my shit. So it's not going to hurt me any. You may call it folly. I call it courage. Because if I'm living authentically at all the time, then it's not going to hurt me at all if you point out and say, you're a spaz. This I already know. And a little bit of a spaz, but that makes me lively. I'll get over it. I'm going to pull a card for you from Divination of the Ancients. Mystic Dreamer, and look at your Leo moon. I am definitely feeling a little exposed today. I'm getting back in the swing of doing my videos. I have been doing it for 5 years. However, I'm doing it in a different way, and I've been out of the loop and off the grid. Y'all know I've been in the hospital, and I'm just now like starting all over again, and I feel like I'm doing it for the first time. So bear with me if I feel a little off, but you know, I've been doing this for quite a while. It should be easy. 30 years. It's just different doing it in front of people that I feel like I'm talking to myself, right? Talking to a computer screen. However, this is my gift to you. A little bit of clarity in the chaos. All right, so this is for your Leo moon reading. If you're a Leo moon. 10 of Wands. So here's the thing that goes on with the 10 of Wands. You got the 10 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, and 5 of Cups. This is all about fatigue. We have the 10 of Wands, which is burden. For the 4 of Pentacles, this is feeling cheated. You've got 9 of Wands, fatigue, 5 of Cups, wishing things would go back the way they were, and the Lover's card. So the Lover's card is all about dichotomy, things going back and forth and feeling like you're on this pendulum swing. Again, Leo is really wanting to hide out. Look at this, 4 of Swords. You really want to go into a cave and not be exposed to anything. Conflict a little bit around you, but I can promise you with the 6 of Swords and the Page of Cups, things are going to get easier. The 6 of Swords is about gliding through the next phase and having a little less pressure on you. Ace of Pentacles, be careful of depression. Like the longer you stay in this self-reflective stage, the longer you sit here and pick apart every little thing, the more we stay in a stuck phase. So how do we break that phase? How do we change that, right? It's just about patterns. Today I was in meditation and I kind of felt like the collective energy was anger. What is anger but resentment? What is resentment but fear? What is fear but small thinking? All of these things are coming up in a world that feels uncertain. So how do we disconnect ourselves from these things? Routine is one of them. Today I had to like really pull back because I felt myself feeling snappy. I was tapping into that energy a little bit. And so what did I do? I went to my routine. I put salt and sage out, put some more protections on. I burned some sage and went into meditation and tried to clear that energy. And I realized that this is a collective feeling that everybody's got. And, you know, I just felt like I wanted to pick a fight, right? And so what I did was go into meditation and found the love. But how do you win a fight? Right? There's so many people that want to pick at things and just start to compare. And comparative energy really is all about fear. But how do you win an argument? You don't win an argument. The only way you win an argument is by winning. And if you don't want to argue, you lose. So how do you win at that? How do you just embrace your feelings when someone's trying to argue with you and they make you angry? The only way you can win is to not argue. It's one of the most difficult things you can do is to retreat because it's so hurtful and painful. So Leo's got the Four of Swords, which is isolation. If you look at this, I call this my Snow White. Snow White it's Snow White. Think about her for a second. I know I rambled, so I'm trying to bring myself back to center. So we've got the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is isolation. If you think of Snow White, she had to have the perfect scenario in order for someone to come and wake her up and kiss her. It had to be the prince at the right time, and he had to love her, etc., etc. And this is how you're feeling right now. This is isolation. I don't want to be bothered. I do have the Five of Pentacles, which is lack of faith and lack of hope. We can't get stuck there, right? That is not of the light. I mean, this is just as simple as I can make it. If you're stuck in fear, whatever messages you're listening to aren't based in light. Light doesn't want you to be afraid. Light wants you to find where the love is. So don't go down that pathway. Change your routine, even just a little bit. Do something for yourself. If you're not feeling grounded, which a lot of us aren't right now, there's so much uncertainty going on. People don't know whether their longevity with their job, their relationship, or their home, or their finances are uncertain. So we have a very hard time being grounded. And if we aren't grounded, then we can't come upward in these higher levels of our chakras and higher levels of receiving light. So how do we get grounded when all of the physical elements in our community, in our life, our living arrangements aren't feeling grounded? If like we're living at home and we bought our home, that's grounded. But what if it's a chaotic situation that can't be changed right now with any kind of grace? So grounding also includes our body. Our body is our physical vehicle. And so one of the ways to feel more grounded is to do some extra care for the body. Get yourself a massage. Spend some time in yoga or on a walk or isolation where you can have a jacuzzi time or a hot bath or an aura bath, or maybe taking yourself out for a meal or separating yourself from these chaotic energies in order to get grounded in yourself. Maybe start saying yes a little more to some of the things that you need because you can't serve from an empty cup. Just some ideas. But I have some other ideas, none that I can talk about on a social media platform. But finding pleasure and joy in our body allows us to feel more grounded and healthy. So if you don't feel grounded around you, start to get in this body a little bit more, and that will help you. I am going to pull a card from Divination of the Ancients. Which will be your focus and your meditation for this week. Let's see what it has to say. I'm always surprised at this card and how it pops up. Authenticity. So it is incredibly difficult to be real in a very Barbie world. It is so difficult because there are so many different levels of judgment that people have. They judge you on how much weight you carry, whether it's over or under, what you look like, whether you look like the community standard, right? Whether you're beautiful or not. So handwriting has to do with authenticity, and handwriting is like a snowflake. There are no two alike. And so acceptance is one of the most difficult things to work on, yet one of the most rewarding. The I am, recognizing that I am perfect, just like I am, with all of these flaws, which make me unique and which make me shine brighter. So authenticity, how can you express yourself in the most authentic way? And be authentic. Actually, if you can't be authentic, I want you to just separate yourself a little bit from your relationships and look at them in a pragmatic light and just see what people around you are authentic. And if they're not, start to recognize who you're surrounding yourself around, people you can or you can't be authentic around. So handwriting, authenticity. So explore your own bright and beautiful authentic self. Shine and be unique. We need a little bit more of that. Like I said, it is very hard to be unique in a very Barbie world. Hopefully this has been helpful and of service to you. I want to catch you guys on the flip side. I think I'm going to do one more video. I'm not sure. I have a client at 5:30. I'm going to knock one more out. Let's see who's coming next. Let me see. So Leo, I'm just making sure because sometimes I do them out of order. Virgo. So I am going to come right back after this and do Virgo. If you want to book a one-on-one in-depth reading, visit me, karmaondeck.com. Just for an announcement, we have the Tarot 101 classes are starting back up again in January. Have love and patience with one another during this holiday season, and I want to thank you for being